Welcome to the Deep Dive. We sift through your sources to help make sense of the biggest topics. Today, we're looking at Johannes Brahms's A German Requiem, Opus 45.
Yeah, a fascinating piece. Brahms, he's this romantic composer, 1833 to 1897, but he's got this deep, deep respect for the classical guys.
Like Bach, Mozart, Beethoven.
Exactly. He's trying to carry that symphonic tradition forward, even when everyone else is pushing towards, well, pure emotion and breaking forms.
And this Requiem, composed between 1865 and 68, feels like a major statement. His first big piece for orchestra and choir, right? And his longest work overall.
Huge ambition. But the title itself, A German Requiem, that immediately tells you something's different. It's not the Requiem Mass.
Right, because a Requiem, typically that meant the Latin Catholic Mass for the dead, focusing on judgment, praying for the soul.
Brahms just throws that rule book out. No Latin.
He picks his own texts, all in German, from the Lutheran Bible and Apocrypha, and he deliberately cuts the scary part, the Dies Irae, the Day of Wrath.
Totally flips the script. Instead of judgment for the dead, his focus is squarely on comfort for the living. It opens with, "Blessed are they that mourn, for they shall be comforted." Matthew 5.4.
That's a completely different starting point.
A profound shift. And, the timing is interesting. His mother died in February 1865, right as he was deep into this.
So maybe that personal loss shaped this move towards solace, towards guiding the survivors.
It's hard not to think so. It feels like music written from grief, but pointing towards hope.
Okay, so if he's breaking tradition with the text and the message, how does he structure it? Does he just let the emotion flow?
No. That's where Brahms, the classicist, comes roaring back. It's meticulously structured. 7 movements in the final version. Movement 5 was added a bit later, apparently for balance.
Balance. Why was that so important here?
I think the radical nature of the text, the intense emotion, he needed a strong container. He builds this incredible symmetrical, almost architectural structure. Think of it like a perfect arch or a mirror.
Okay, walk me through that mirror structure. How do the movements pair up?
So you've got the outer movements, 1 and 7. They bookend the whole thing. Both start with Selig sind, meaning blessed are. Both end in F major. And they actually share musical ideas at the very end. Perfect symmetry.
Got it. Beginning and end match. What's next?
Then you pair movement 2 and movement 6. Movement 2 is this dark, solemn funeral march. All flesh is as grass. Really heavy.
Okay.
And movement 6 is the complete opposite. It's the resurrection theme, full of energy, defiance, asking, "O death, where is thy sting?" Light answering darkness.
A clear contrast. And the inner movements.
Movements 3 and 5. Movement 3 has the baritone soloist pleading, questioning mortality, "Lord, make me to know mine end."
Right.
And that's mirrored by movement 5, with the soprano solo bringing this gentle maternal comfort.
So the soloists are structurally balanced too, which leaves movement 4.
Exactly. Movement 4, "How amiable are thy tabernacles," is the keystone of the arch. It's the calm center. Peaceful, lyrical. It's the psychological turning point, from the grief of the first half to the assurance and hope of the second.
And you mentioned keys. The tonal plan reinforces this.
Absolutely. Every single movement, no matter how dark or minor it gets in the middle, ends in a major key.
Always resolving towards light or comfort.
Always. It's a fundamental part of the message. And the whole piece starts and ends in F major. That key becomes the ultimate symbol of solace.
Okay, let's get into the music itself. He wasn't just structuring, he was composing like a symphonist, right?
Yeah.
Using motifs.
Oh, definitely. He builds the entire work, pretty much, from 2 main musical ideas, little seeds that grow and transform.
What are they?
Well, the first one is sort of a simple hymn-like tune, a chorale melody. You hear it early on in the cellos and violas, very Bach-like almost,
And the second?
more concise. It's just a 3-note pattern. A major third jump up, then down a semitone, F up to A, then down to B flat. The choir sings it in the first movement.
Just 3 notes. And he builds the whole requiem on that.
Well, that and the chorale tune, yeah. But he develops them constantly. He uses all the symphonic tricks.
Like inversion, augmentation. Remind us what those mean in simple terms. If you're just listening, how do you catch that?
Sure. So inversion just means flipping the melody upside down. If it went up, now it goes down, or vice versa. Gives it a different character.
Okay.
Augmentation is stretching it out, making the notes much longer. Brahms uses this brilliantly to make a phrase sound incredibly profound or comforting, like slowing down time.
And diminution.
The opposite,
Yeah.
speeding it up, making the notes shorter, faster, creates urgency, excitement. He's constantly playing with these little fragments, making them feel connected across the whole hour-plus work.
All right, let's trace that through. Movement 1. Comfort and sorrow. What hits you first is that sound. It's so dark, so rich.
Yeah, and that's deliberate. Famously, he leaves out the violins entirely in this movement.
No high strings.
None. Just violas, cellos, basses, horns. It creates this immediate sense of weight, of depth. You get that pulsing low F in the basses and cellos right at the start.
But then the sopranos come in high.
Exactly. A sudden shaft of light, almost. A glimpse of the comfort promised in the text before it settles back into that more somber mood.
Okay, then movement 2, marching towards hope. You called it a funeral march.
It absolutely is.
Yeah.
Slow thumb 4-time, relentless rhythm, lots of timpani, those thundering triplets. It's B-flat minor, very bleak. All fleshes is grass.
But it doesn't stay there, does it?
No. True to the overall theme, there's a middle section that offers a bit of warmth, a moment of reflection in G-flat major.
Ooh.
Then the march returns, but the ending transforms it.
How so?
It bursts into this faster allegro section. The same musical ideas, but now full of energy, ending powerfully in B-flat major. Darkness literally turned into light.
Movement 3, baritone solo. Lord, make me to know mine end. This feels like a moment of real human questioning.
It is. Deeply personal. But the movement ends with this incredible display of certainty. The text shifts to the souls of the righteous are in the hand of God.
And this is where that anchor comes in, the pedal point fugue.
Yes. A massive fugue, very complex, builds and builds in D major. And underneath it all, holding it steady, is this sustained low D note, the pedal point.
How does he make it feel so solid?
He hammers it home. It's in the organ pedals, basses, cellos, tuba, trombones, and the timpani just keep hitting that D. It's an immovable object, musically speaking. Pure stability and assurance.
Wow. Okay, that sets up the second half. Movement 5, the soprano solo. Ye now therefore have sorrow. This is the mother's comfort movement.
Very much so. It's incredibly gentle. Muted strings, quiet horns. The soprano voice isn't doing vocal fireworks. It's woven into the orchestra's texture. It's about shared comfort.
And the choir is key lime.
They enter very briefly, very softly, to sing just the phrase, as one whom his mother comforteth. And this is where Brahms uses that augmentation technique we talked about.
Stretching the notes out.
Exactly. He takes the opening melody and slows it right down. It sounds so tender, so soothing, given his mother's death. Well, it's probably the emotional core of the entire Requiem for him.
Moving towards the climax. Movement 6, victory over death. You said this was tonally adventurous.
Yeah, probably the most jarring moments are here. He makes this leap, harmonically, from C minor to F sharp minor. That's a tritone jump.
Why is a tritone so unsettling?
It's the interval nicknamed the devil in music back in the day. It's maximally dissonant, creates tension. Brahms uses that harshness to depict the struggle, the confrontation with death and hell.
So it starts dark but builds.
Oh yeah, it starts quite low and brooding, then accelerates into this wild vivacification. You get rushing strings, hammering drums. It's a musical explosion.
And there's a specific text reference here about the last trump.
Yes. The German text uses the word Posaune, which literally means trombone, and Brahms just runs with it. The brass section, especially trombones and trumpets, is absolutely blazing here. It's a call to resurrection.
How does it end?
With another massive fugue, this time on Thou Art Worthy, O Lord, from Revelation. Pure triumph, ending firmly in C major. No doubt left.
And finally, movement 7, the blessed end, bringing it all home.
Back to where we started, essentially. The mood returns to the calm serenity of movement 1. F major again.
And it connects musically too, right?
Directly. The final section, the coda, is basically lifted straight from the end of the first movement, completes the circle, and the harp comes back.
Ah, the harp. You mentioned it earlier.
Yeah, it hasn't been heard since way back in movement 2. Its return here, with these shimmering arpeggios, adds this sort of celestial, angelic quality to the final blessing.
And the last word is?
Selig. Blessed. The same word that opened the piece. The music fades out on the same chords that ended movement 1. Perfect closure.
It really is an incredible piece of musical architecture. So summing up the big innovations, it's the focus on comfort for the living, not prayers for the dead.
Definitely. And the way the soloists are integrated, not like opera stars, but part of the whole choir and orchestra texture.
Plus using symphonic development, those motifs, and a huge choral work.
He proved you could write deeply expressive choral music using the structural logic of a symphony.
Okay, so let's circle back to those early critics. Liszt, Wagner. They thought Brahms was kind of stuck in the past, too focused on classical forms.
Yeah, backward looking was the phrase often used. Not modern enough for them.
So looking at this Requiem, with its incredibly tight symmetry, its fugues, its clear tonal centers, does that prove their point? Is he just playing by old rules?
Or Did he use those old rules, that classical structure, to create something radically new in its message and its approach to the text? Did that very structure allow him the freedom to ditch the Latin Mass and focus entirely on human consolation?
That's the big question, isn't it? Was the structure a cage, or was it the framework that enabled the innovation?
I tend to think the latter. He showed that tradition wasn't just something to react against, but something you could build upon to say something profoundly modern and personal. It's a testament to finding new meaning in old forms.
A fantastic deep dive into a truly monumental work. Thank you for shedding light on it.
My pleasure. It's always worth revisiting.
And thank you for joining us on the deep dive. We'll be back soon with another stack of your sources.